everybody, welcome back to my Evolution of Disneyland series, and today we're going to be talking about Adventureland. So if you are new here, my Evolution of Disneyland series is where we take a look at each land within Disneyland, focusing on how they've changed over time. Obviously, today we're going to be talking about Adventureland, which focuses on things like the jungle and animals. Starting off, Adventureland was one of the original lands at Disneyland, and its opening day attraction was the Jungle Cruise. This attraction is actually still there today. It's very famous, but what a lot of people don't know is that Walt Disney actually wanted real animals to be on the ride. But after talking to specialists, he realized that that wouldn't be a good idea because it would require a lot of maintenance, and most of the animals that he wanted would actually be asleep during the day, which wouldn't be entertaining for guests. The Jungle Cruise was actually the only attraction for a while. The land itself really focused on more restaurants and shops, and then the Jungle Cruise, because that's what they had. But in the 60s, they started adding more things. One of those things happened to be the Swiss Family Robin Treehouse. This attraction was not a ride. You would climb up the treehouse and get to look at some of the things that the family had and look in things. As time went on, we'll get back to the history, don't worry. But a little movie called Tarzan came out, and everyone was like, oh my god, this is so cool, this would be perfect for Adventureland. And since Swiss Family Robinson kind of faded out in popularity, they decided to re-theme the treehouse, so now it is Tarzan's Treehouse. And with that, it's a very similar idea, but now everything is Tarzan. You get to see the cheetahs, you get to see Tarzan's mom, you get to see baby Tarzan, you get to see Jane, everyone. And as you are exiting the treehouse, make sure you look for this little Easter egg, and this Easter egg is actually in the movie too. At the bottom of the treehouse, there's an area where you can bang on pots and pans, which is very similar from a certain scene in Tarzan. But if you look off in the corner, there's actually a Mrs. Potts and Chip just sitting there. Since they're off in the corner, most people miss them, but it is pretty cool that they're there like they are in the movie. In 1963, Adventureland got one of their most iconic attractions with, a very catchy song. I think you know where I'm going with this. It was Tiki Room. Now, the Tiki Room, it is still there today. Tiki Room is a show. You go in and there's birds that sing, and it's very, very fun, very beloved by many, many people. Even though these animatronics can sing and dance, they're pretty realistic, and people were very impressed by that. What a lot of people actually don't know about the Tiki Room, though, it was supposed to be a restaurant. That's right, you're supposed to go in, and there's going to be tables, and it was going to be like a dinner show. The more that the Imagineers worked on the project, though, they realized that they wanted their guests to really be able to watch the show and not be too sidetracked by eating. So the food was scrapped, but now people pay attention during the show. And then nothing really happened, at least for a while. By the time the 90s rolled around, they decided, hey, you know what'd be pretty cool? What's trendy right now with the youngsters? Let's add in a thrill. Let's really spice things up. You know what they did? Indiana Jones, Temple of the Forbidden Eye, what's up? And people love it. It is so good. It's probably my favorite, no, not even probably. It is my favorite ride in Adventureland because it is so fun. You're in a giant Jeep, you go through, you're like, oh my god, Myra, don't look at me. And then there's ghosts, there's arrows, there's creepy bugs, fire, the boulder at the end, a drop. And another fun fact about this ride, I know I'm not supposed to be talking about Walt Disney World, they have this ride called Dinosaur, and the two rides actually use the same format, but they're completely different concepts. One's about dinosaurs, one's about Indiana Jones, but yeah, same layout, same ride vehicle, both Jeeps. The land has pretty much stayed the same. I mean, since opening to now, the plants have grown quite a bit, so it looks a little bit more lush and like a jungle. Right now, you might be thinking,
oh my god, is there anything special about the plants?
Yes, I'm so happy you asked that question, young student, let me tell you. So when Walt Disney was looking at property for Disneyland, he came across the current property, but the family that he bought it from, the Dominguez family, was like, you can take anything you want, but please, leave this palm tree. This specific palm tree was a wedding gift for one of the family members. After hearing the story, Walt Disney, who was a family man himself, decided to leave the tree. The tree is still there. It's very, very old, but make sure if you're ever in Disneyland, specifically Adventureland, you take a look and try to find it. But that is it. That is the evolution of Adventureland. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all learned something. If you did, make sure you comment it down below. Make sure you subscribe so you can see the rest of the series, and if you haven't seen the rest of the series, make sure you check out the videos on my channel because I think they're pretty interesting. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, and I will see you in my next one. As always, have a magical day.